I can't believe it. Mike McCarthy is actually not going to be coaching the Dallas Cowboys in 2025. An initial report from Tom Pelissero said sources Mike McCarthy is out as Cowboys coach. The sides couldn't agree on length of contract, and McCarthy will pursue other opportunities. He leaves Dallas with a winning record and 3 playoff appearances. So that was the first report we got, that Mike McCarthy would not be returning to Dallas, that he was officially done, his contract was going to run out, and he was going to have opportunities elsewhere. Then the Cowboys released a statement from Jerry Jones and pretty much said that they had never even started contract discussions. Before they could even start talking about it, the two sides realized that they just needed to part ways. And regardless of which one of those is true, because it really doesn't matter, it took way too long to get in the hunt for a head coach in 2025 and beyond. Dallas has put themselves a week behind. All of these other teams have started looking for head coaches. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, guys like that have already been interviewed, and now that they were on a bye week and they're going into the playoffs, like Ben Johnson and the Lions, Dallas would have to wait until the end of the season pretty much to interview those guys. So not only did you put yourself a week behind in the coaching search, unless you're looking for a coach that just got fired or isn't even in the NFL right now, which wouldn't surprise me at all. This is just so on brand for the Cowboys front office. They are always late, always behind, never doing anything with any sort of urgency. If you knew Mike McCarthy wasn't going to come back, if you weren't planning on him being the head coach, why did you deny the Bears' request to interview him? You weren't going to talk about the contract, or if you wanted to lowball him, why not let him interview? Why not start your own coaching process? I just don't understand the logic. What do you get from it other than being in the news cycle for an extra week? Because the Cowboys did run ESPN and Fox Sports for the entirety of Wild Card Week, the week leading up to those games. It was always about Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys, keeping him around. And honestly, based on all the reports that we saw up until today, I thought he was going to be here. He would get a 3 to 4 year deal. Everybody was going to be mad. We're going to run it back again. But no, they decided to just move on, let his contract expire, and that's it. Mike McCarthy's gone. And honestly, I'm not mad about letting him go. He won 36 games in that 3-year stretch, but when he got brought here, it was never about winning regular season games. It was about winning in the postseason, and his postseason record was 1-3. He was brought here because Jason Garrett couldn't get this team over the hump. So you bring in Mike McCarthy, a guy that has won a Super Bowl, albeit a decade and a half ago, but you bring him in to get you over the hump and win a Super Bowl. And Dallas never got any closer than they did with Jason Garrett. It doesn't make me mad that they decided to move on. It's not about winning regular season games. And honestly, based on what we've seen, it didn't seem like that was going to happen. So running it back for another 3 to 5 years just doesn't make sense. Now, I won't know really. I like the decision now. I won't know if it's a good decision until we see what they do moving forward. Who is the next head coach? Because there have been some wild names thrown out there. And I plan on making a video about all of the candidates that the Cowboys could potentially interview, names that kind of get me excited about 2025, some college head coaching names, some coordinators like Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn from Detroit. But today, there have been some insane names. I have the perfect way to elevate your game day experience, and that is with BetUS, the ultimate destination for all of your sports betting needs. Whether you're betting on the next few Cowboys games, the playoffs, or NFL futures, BetUS has you covered with the best odds, fast payouts, and an easy-to-use website that features a host of other things, one of my favorites being the props builder. With so much to offer, you just have to check it out. Are you done with the NFL season? That's fine. BetUS has baseball, basketball, hockey, golf, tennis, and one of my personal favorites, martial arts. So don't wait any longer to sign up. When you do sign up and create your BetUS account, you'll get a 150% bonus on your first deposit, and then a 125% bonus on your next 2. That's money that BetUS is giving you so that you can start making your picks today. Make your next game day even more exciting. If you look at Jerry Jones, if you look at his ego, how he's run the Cowboys over the past 20 years, it's going to come down to them hiring someone that they know and that they're comfortable with, or even someone with a little bit of NFL success. Sure, winning a Super Bowl is a little bit more than a little bit of success, but guys that haven't won a Super Bowl in a decade. So names like Kellen Moore, somebody that was on this staff for years, played for Dallas back in 2015. Pete Carroll won a Super Bowl with Russell Wilson back in 2012. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl with the Eagles in 2017. Names like that sadly make a ton of sense, but we won't know until they actually start interviewing people. And it's sad that we've gotten to the point that we genuinely cannot trust this front office to make the correct decision. If Cowboys fans are collectively saying to do one thing, Jerry Jones is going to do the other, because he has to point out, or he has to prove that he is the smartest guy for the job. He has to consistently prove that he is the GM. So I understand letting McCarthy walk, but I don't understand the timing and how they chose to do it. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's right on brand for how this front office operates, but in the grand scheme of the NFL, it makes no sense. At this point, we just have to hope that they hire someone that actually elevates this team, makes them better, makes them legit playoff contenders. So for my next video, I'm going to talk about some head coaching candidates. And if you want me to talk about a specific guy, drop that name down below in the comments, or just a name that you want to be the next head coach of this team. Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you all, and I'll see you probably really soon.